Good morning. My name is Sheila Pott. I am Audrey's mother. First, I would like to thank all of those around the world who have expressed their love for Audrey and the sadness we have all shared that she was driven to leave us in the way that she did. Audrey was a joy to everyone that she was around. She warmed the room with her smile and made us laugh with her incredible wit and sense of humor. Audrey had a kind and gentle heart that from a very young age she formed relationships not only with her friends but adults of all ages. She had a quality for bringing joy and laughter to all those that she was around. There is not a day or an hour that passes that I'm not warmed by a memory of her. In the days and months that followed the investigation, I learned that there was a serious flaw in the laws that surrounded the assault on my daughter. I discovered that if a victim does not have the ability to protest to a sexual assault, it is seen as a lesser crime than if she was conscious and able to fight off her attacker. I also learned that in California, a sexual assault strikingly similar to that of Steubenville, Ohio case was not considered rape and therefore could not be escalated to an adult court. Needless to say, I was outraged. It seemed that the system was not designed to protect those who could not protect themselves. To make matters worse, since we are now limited to the penalties present in the juvenile system, my daughter's attackers may never have to serve time, never have to register as sex offenders, and since a juvenile's identity is protected, there would never be any future impact on these boys' lives. My immediate thought was, if there was no public impact in their lives, how could this ever be a deterrent? No wonder this type of crime is growing in frequency. The further impact of social media being used to bully the victim makes it just that much worse. These types of crimes are not juvenile. Sexual assault is an adult crime. These boys distributed the pictures to humiliate and further bully my daughter. If this can happen to my daughter, it can happen to anyone. These boys were not strangers to Audrey. They were her friends. For an adult to handle, let alone a young girl. These individuals calculated their assault, harassed the victim with the photos, and then took steps to cover up the evidence. There was no remorse here. These were not the actions of a child, but of a person whose value systems were so skewed that they will do this again. I want to take serious steps to see that this doesn't happen to another one of our children. Audrey's law is still in the research phase. I want to thank you all for allowing us to tell her story and to attempt to make changes that will make our communities and schools once again safe. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Larry Pott. I'm Audrey's father. On behalf of Audrey and her family, I would like to start off by personally thanking the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Department and the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office. We're so very, very appreciative and grateful for all of their extra efforts in bringing these young men to justice. We'd also like to thank the media for their prompt and efficient coverage and for your helping the sexual assault and bullying epidemic to be exposed. While this period has been difficult for us, as the wounds are so fresh, we're grateful for all of your support for Audrey. And that's what this is really all about. It's about honoring Audrey. When Audrey's mother, Sheila, decided that it would be best to allow Audrey's name to be used, and Audrey's stepmother, Lisa, and I agreed with her and supported that decision, we hoped that in some small way that Audrey's story and death could help others, or cause this epidemic of sexual assault, disseminating photographs, cyberbullying, and bullying to stop. As most of you have only seen pictures of Audrey, and while it's obvious that you've seen what a beautiful girl she is on the outside, we want you to know that she was so much more. beautiful on the inside. She was so full of life, there was no denying when Audrie walked into a room. She would light it up, always. Audrie filled our house and family with laughter. She was without a doubt the wittiest and funniest kick in the pants you would ever meet. She had a passion for art, for music, for soccer and the outdoors. She was sweet and she was kind. She's missed every day. By us, and by her little brother and sisters. So, we are all so much better people for having had Audrie grace our lives. We miss her every day. But now we must carry on and share her story so that this epidemic of sexual assault and cyberbullying amongst teens can be exposed and stopped. While the world was a far better place when Audrie was alive, it will be a far safer place if these young men are put behind bars and held responsible for their actions, which includes the reason Audrie is no longer with us.